Welcome to the Movement Center and welcome to the Office Series, an innovative idea where we've compiled a series of videos showing you how to self-manage and self-treat common office injuries that we see all from the comfort of your own office. Oh, and move like you mean it. What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 11 of the Office Series, a bonus for you guys today because we couldn't leave out the one biggest Achilles heel, pun intended, of the office workers. And that is plantar fasciitis, but more kind of commonly or well known as plantar fasciopathy is what we call that. And what that essentially means is there's a tissue layer that runs, and this is my foot, on the bottom of the foot from the heel to the toes. They can get quite tight and overcompensated. And usually it's sort of last key to the puzzle. And what I mean by that is it's usually pissed off or angry because of a lack of ankle range of motion or the soft tissue structures that go from the foot up the back of the calf all the way to the hamstrings and even up into the lower back and up towards the head are all kind of attached in this fascial system or soft tissue system. And so we want to work on all of that business. And usually it's sort of all this stuff combined that leads us to have some discomfort and pain at the plantar fascia. But for today, what we're going to focus on is some ways to kind of locally work on some of that, some strategies you can use to rid it at work. And again, if these things aren't working or it's something you struggle with for a while, always get checked out by someone first. And to start with, what we're going to do is get into the plantar fascia itself. Don't poke over the painful area, but grab yourself a ball. Whoops. As I go chase that down, grab yourself a ball and pop this into bottom of the foot. So boom, right down there. What you're going to do is put some pressure over top here. So she has some pressure from her hand. She pushes down, and she can roll back and forth, all from the comfort of your own desk, mind you. Right? And then she can also put that pressure in and wiggle those toes up and down. Feels wonderful, right? Yeah. And so she wiggles that up and down, especially for our heel wearers out there. So a lot of our women, or guys for that matter, wearing big stocky heels, we can, back of our shoes, we can often get a little bit of tightness because we're always stuck in this kind of upright position. We want to make sure we get into this position a little bit more. So the next piece is to get into our hamstrings. So if we get into here, remember our hamstring muscles come and plug right down into our calves. So if we get in, you can sit right back on the chair there, ready? Into the back of the hamstring. She comes, puts her hands on top, puts some pressure down onto it, and then keeping her back nice and straight, not cheating, you go ahead and straighten that leg out. Perfect, come back down and up again. And she can move that ball all the way up and down the hamstrings. And remember, those hamstrings plug into the calves. So you can go ahead and massage your calves at work as well. We want to make sure if you're a seated desk jockey, you probably have some restrictions into the hamstrings. And we want to make sure we work on all of that business. Great. So that is number 2 to open that up. Now, the last piece of this, thank you, is working on the big toe. Now, our big toe is often a limiter because if we go to walk, can I borrow your toe?
Yeah, of course.
If we go to walk and we go to move forwards and we can't quite bend that toe, we run out of range, it's going to put a lot more stress on that plantar fascia, that tissue that runs from here to here. So what we want to do is get that leg up, boom, like this, grab onto that toe and just get a little bit of a stretch on it. Mind you, this is actually our test for plantar fascia issues. So if you grab onto that toe and you pull up like this and you say, ow, that hurts, usually at the base of the heel, you got yourself a problem. We want to work on that. So you can kind of hold and kind of that test and see if that's irritated for you. And if it is, a good stretch you can do on top of that is take that foot, put it down on the ground, pin that toe down just like that. And using your chair, you can rock back and forth or your body and lean back and forth to get some pressure and stretch through that plantar fascia while you're just sitting doing your emails, which you all do so many of, which is awesome, right? So getting that stretch in the front side. Another good tweak or trick you can do if you're wearing heels is number 1, take them off when you're seated. Or for the guys out there, take off your shoes while you're seated. And then what you can do is grab yourself a towel or a box or a book, sneak it underneath, and put your midfoot on it, and then leave your heel on the ground. What that's going to do is hold you in a bit of what we call dorsiflex, meaning toe up position, to give you a passive stretch or position all day long. So not only are you getting some awesome movement in and you look super cool, but you also are getting a good stretch into that side while you're sitting there for 8, 12, 15 hours a day. Right? So a good trick you can do so you're not up like this, although we all look so nice when we're in this position. All right, so that is episode 11 of the Office Series. If you guys have any more questions, let us know. If you have any ideas for episodes, happy to do some more. Subscribe to the channel and move.
Like you mean it.
Like you mean it. Thanks a lot, guys.